Hi there, Z here, and I am here to just kind of inform you guys that for the next week I am going to be on vacation. Yeah, going camping with my family, rented out a cabin, and gonna go out and, play some yard games, and most likely do a lot of day drinking, because there's not a lot of times that you can day drink for a good reason. Like, usually if you go to work drunk, you're like, nah, the boss isn't gonna be like, oh, you little scamp. No, you're probably gonna lose your fucking job. But camping's one of those rare times where you can just be like, take the toothbrush out of your mouth, spit it on the ground, crack open a beer, and wash it all down. It's a great time. I love camping to an extent. There was one time that when I was younger that we did it for 2 weeks, and I wanted nothing more to be near technology. But I will not be near technology for the next week or so. So I recently did it's kind of a gameplay video that I should be getting out by the end of the night here. So you guys are going to be getting 2 videos in one night. I know, but... and I just want to tell you guys it's not going to be a heavily edited thing. It's one of those type of things where I still want to meet up to my video a week. So I thought, hey, I haven't done a commentary for good reason, because I don't like putting out... I love putting out commentaries, okay? I'm going to stop myself right there. I love putting out commentaries, but I know that's not what a lot of people come here for. I've been getting some positive shit about my commentaries, but I don't want to make this a commentary-only channel since I love video games so much. So I'm going to keep to that. And since you guys know that I don't really like putting out videos without having some sort of driving force, like anything I could have said right now, up to right now, I could have done on social media if I wasn't such a fucking old curmudgeon of a man here. I hate social media. I hate it so much. I hate everything about it. I should really dial that back, because if you are a celebrity, or I should say an e-celebrity, there's reason to do it. Like, let's say you're like a streamer, like a Twitch streamer, and you're like, oh, wasn't that a fun game that we played last night? What do you guys think I should play tonight? And put out a poll and say, hey guys, how's it going? Like, it's a way to connect with your fans in a way that is difficult to do in like a YouTube comment section. And I realize that, which is why I'm leaving it on you guys. I can't stand things like Twitter, and Twitter's probably the only one that I could think of, because the 180 characters or whatever the fuck it is probably the most I can do without like feeling too pompous, because that's really what this whole thing's going to be about, is being a pompous YouTuber, and how badly it can hurt you in the long run. Because there's a lot of YouTubers that played it humble at the beginning, and then fame fucking got to them, and they became pompous. And I feel like social media is the ultimate dick pompous move. You start out with just like, oh, I just want to talk to my fans, and then out of nowhere you're sitting here angrily fucking typing to another YouTuber like, how many fucking subscribers do you have, you piece of shit? Like, it always comes to a dick measuring competition, and I fucking hate it. But at the same time, I have seen other YouTubers and streamers do it well. They do it. They don't push their political opinions. They don't fuck around with other people. They literally go on there whenever they have a dumb thought in their mind, when they go on there whenever they want to talk to their audience, or they want to have like a one-on-one conversation with their fans, which is the thing I would be most doing. Like, even if I made an account, and I'm gonna let you guys in a little secret. I made like a Twitter account for Z Productions like a few months ago, but that was pretty much because the YouTubers that I automatically watch, the ones that I really want to like and I really want to help like promote and help them with their things, and they're like, hey, come on Twitter and tell us how you feel about this. And I'm a big fan of small creators. I really do. I love it. If they're 500 and less and I think they're good, man, I want to give them as much appreciation as I can, because that's the boat that I'm in right now. Which is bringing me back to the main thing. I'm going to sound like I'm going to have a huge head by the end of this, but there has been a lot of times in a lot of my videos in the comment section, people saying, fuck, dude, why don't you have more people? Like, why don't you have more subs? And some people actually coming up to me, asking me for advice, to get them more subs. I have 308 subscribers. You guys, you're coming to the wrong Phil. You're coming to the wrong motherfucker to give you guys advice. I really do appreciate it because there's nothing that makes me want to do YouTube more. I did it initially because I was really feeling like I was in a rut. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Going to work, coming home, watching a movie or two, playing video games, go to sleep. Wake up, and then, repeat all of that shit until the weekends where, okay, maybe I can get hammered now and hang out with my friends. But the human beings feel like they need to do more. At least I do. Not everyone has my gumption at all. And my gumption, my drive forward is very different because some people could just say, well, then just go back to college. Go back to college and get a degree. But then what would happen is I would go back to college, rack up a ton of debt, and I would be in the same thing as I was in before. I would feel like I was going nowhere. And that's what I want to kind of say here initially. I want to start this whole thing off by thanking everyone who's been with me since the very beginning. I know my content can be kind of everywhere, and I realize that. I took that negative, that con when I first started doing this. People who do video gaming, not just Let's Plays, even though the video I'm going to be putting up here later on tonight is kind of a Let's Play, but it's just me fucking around Realm Royale. Spoiler, it's just going to be me fucking around in Realm Royale for like 4 games or something like that. And I did editing. I did about 2 hours of editing, but 2 hours compared to 10 hours, there's a difference. But whenever anybody goes into video games on YouTube, you're automatically fighting an uphill battle. Because that's what it is. It's probably one of the most saturated things ever on YouTube. Because that's usually the first people who came on YouTube and made it big. It was vloggers and it was video game creators. The very first Let's Play was 2011, 2010, something like that, where people started really getting into the whole, I could just play games, and if I'm interesting enough to listen to, people will just listen to me and have a good time with me. And then you get people like fucking Darkside Phil, who did well back in the day, and now he's doing shit now because he refuses to upgrade to do what you have to do to survive and to be successful. And that's what I want to do. Like, I know I do a lot of stuff, but that's because I can't stay on one thing. I can't. I know that some people make huge amounts of money because they make 300 videos of the best way to play World of Warcraft or something like that. I can't do it. I get bored. Like, there are games that I go back to a lot. League of Legends, I always come back to that. That's like my primary bitch. That's like my bottom bitch that I keep going back to just to have a good time. But I can't main that game anymore. I can't mainline that shit. I need to go on to something else. And then there's a bunch of small indie games that I play. And then there's a bunch of bigger games that are coming out and coming out with a big fan base and everything, like Realm Royale. It doesn't have nearly enough as any of the Battle Royale games out there, but it's doing well. I feel like it's doing very, very well, and if it keeps going the way that it does, it'll just blow up. I feel like it will. But going back to the main crux of this thing here, where people say, why don't you have more subscribers? Why don't you have more views? It's because I'm fighting an uphill battle. I want to do a video about this because I think it's so funny. You could, if you spend as much time on YouTube as I do, and I don't make it like a living, I listen to a bunch of shit at like work because I have a desk job. They allow us to listen to YouTube, so I put in my headphones whenever I'm able to. It's also a phone job, so half of my work has to be calling out to people. But I pop in my headphones and I just listen to video after video, whatever I can find and whatever people are most interesting. And I realize that unless you're like a vlogger who talks like this, oh my God, guess who I called at 3 o'clock in the morning? If you're not like that guy, if you're not a compilation person, let's be fair, those guys are, I'm not gonna say they're cancerous because I watch some of their stuff. They sit there and listen to an 8-hour an 8-hour podcast, and then they snip out the parts that they think are interesting, and then they put them into videos, and they get monetized. And people are the people that do that are writing off the fame of the people before them. People like me, and again, this is where the big head's gonna come in, and I apologize, but I'm gonna lay it all on the line here. I do original shit. I do. I don't do overreactions to like PewDiePie and Markiplier where they just get, something scary happens and they flip the fuck out. And sometimes it's interesting. Sometimes it's like, oh, jeez, dude, just go on. Like, I don't watch a lot of PewDiePie. I never have. I never really liked him. Markiplier I got a little bit more into because he was, I don't want to say genuine, because he does have that sort of overreaction type thing, but the games that he picked were just like, oh, that's an interesting sounding game, and so I would watch him for just that game, and then that's it. But it's nothing like that. A lot of the shit that I do, I actually make a script, I edit the script, I edit the things that I'm saying. Sometimes I have to re-say the entire script because I found some things I didn't quite fucking like, and when I tried to cut out that little part and put it somewhere else, it sounded weird because I was missing a part that was inside. It was something like that. And there's not a lot of people that do that. And then, so what happens is that there's not really much of a jumping off point. Because that's really what it is. It's a jumping off point. If you were lucky enough to be on here 10 years ago or whatever, when people were just doing it for fun, then your jumping off point was you were one of the beginners. And true, there are some YouTubers that fell off the wagon quite a bit. Like, they had everything. They had everything to them. They had everything. People were... They had all the revenue. People were giving them all their love and adoration. And they just treated their fans like shit because, like I said, fame really corrupts people. But all this shit happens and now they don't have anyone. But now YouTube's so oversaturated with people. Like, what was it? Every 5 minutes there's like 1,000 videos that get uploaded or something like that. 1,000 hours. I can't quite remember the metrics, but it's an insane amount. So finding a little gem in that massive amount of shit, and there's a ton of shit on YouTube. I'm not going to say every single person's just a special little gem in their own way. No, a lot of them are garbage. A lot of them are really bad. But you can't really blame everybody else for not being able to sift through the garbage when there's hundreds of thousands of hours on it. So what I'm trying to say, guys, is as long as I keep getting people saying, you're being very entertaining, you're making my day, thank you very much, positivity goes a long way. I am a cynical motherfucker because that's my humor. I love my humor to be cynical. It's just what I like. But hearing some nice stuff definitely helps. I can see trolls in my channel and I will laugh along with them, even if it's at my expense. And then I can also take the comments saying that it's some people say that I'm their favorite on YouTube, and I can't even imagine that. I can't. My mind blows up for that. I can't even get it. I can't wrap my head around it. Because I think a lot of stuff I do is shit. But you listen to yourself 18 times while you're editing the same video, and the jokes stop becoming funny. The not witty, but more the sarcastic quips, they start becoming less sarcastic and more asshole-ish. And maybe it's just because I don't like listening to my voice, and I don't know. It sounds kind of crazy. Like, the reason why I talk so much is like I like listening to myself talk, right? Yuck, yuck, yuck. But I don't know. I don't see it. But as long as I'm doing things right, I'm going to keep trying to evolve my shit because things can get stale. And I know that. And I'm going to try to make them not stale as much as I can. But I want to perfect what I'm doing right now before I go on to things like movie reviews and skits that I want to do in the future. But anyway, this has gone on like way longer than I thought I would. I will be putting up this video, and then right afterwards I'll be putting up the Realm Royale gameplay. I hope you guys enjoyed one of these. If not, wait until the future. I still have plenty of ideas that I'll be going through. But in all honesty, thank you very much, guys. You have been fantastic. I will see you in a week, and I hope you guys have a fantastic week without yours truly. Okay? Cheers.